Okay, so I just want to sit here and make fun of myself for a minute long. Look at her go. Look at her. Oh my gosh, look at her smile. I was trying so hard. I don't know why I thought this was so difficult. Look, I keep doing the same thing. Look, I think I like that angle. Oh God, I'm blind. What do I do? Okay, I can see now, but I look gross. So we're just gonna do a, yep, get it, girl. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is really crazy. I am back. I know I took a, Okay, I'm starting over because that story time was so freaking wishy-washy. But I'm just gonna start off by saying, that in the last 3 months, I've had a big realization. Dear Lord, that looks bad. I finally realized how important my mental health was. And I actually started talking about things that were bothering me. And I talked about this in my Instagram post. So if you saw this, if you saw it, then this is like about that. When I was 12 years old, my parents got a divorce. And just the way that it worked out was really weird for me. It's never a good time for your parents to get divorced, ever. Like, ever. Divorces suck. It, like, tore my whole family apart. But the thing is that, like, being 12 years old was extra weird for me. Like, that's middle school, and it wasn't, like, when I was, like, in kindergarten where I could be like, oh, I don't remember that, and, like, block it out. And that could be all I know. Or it wasn't in high school when I was already like mentally okay. Like I'm saying, there's never a good time, but for me it felt really weird because I was 12 years old. Okay, first I was hitting puberty, so a girl did not even know who she was at all. My body was changing, obviously, puberty. And just everything around me was so like unstable. So them getting a divorce, and Bree being 18, like, I love Bree so much. Y'all have no idea. Bree's my older sister, if you don't know. She's 24, and I'm 18 right now. Bree being, like, at that age, she helped my parents out a lot. But I love my parents, but that wasn't a good idea because they put her in a really weird position. Because if I had to go through that now, I would not be able to handle that. But I want y'all to know this is water. So before anybody tries to say anything bad, it's literally water. But I don't owe y'all any answers, but it's water. Okay, so when my parents got divorced, I don't remember a lot of what happened because your brain usually tends to block out stuff that it doesn't want to remember. So anything that happened my 8th grade year to like middle of freshman year, I don't remember. I would love to tell you about it, but my brain kind of pushed it away so I could forget about it. I try here and there to like patch things up and like fix it, but I'm getting there. So, yeah, my parents got divorced, and then we lived in a big house in Comfort, Texas. And when my parents moved, my dad moved with my grandma, and my mom moved with in an apartment. Okay, so we were at the apartment, and then from there, not even a year later, we moved to James Street and Bernie at this big house. It was so pretty, but there was a lot of flooding there, so we moved here. Well, something happened, and then my mom has always worked in San Antonio, so my mom was like, let's just move to San Antonio. And the houses in Bernie are super nice, but at the time we were like, the houses in San Antonio are just as nice. There's more opportunities in San Antonio. Let's get out of here. Well, I didn't want to leave, but my mom really did, so I was like super depressed. So we moved my freshman year. Keep in mind, within a span of a year, I was still living at my old house with my dad on the weekends. I was living in the apartment. My dad had stuff at my grandma's house. Then we moved to James Street, and then we moved to this house. So in the span of like a year and a half, I was bouncing from 5 different houses. Which I know it's not the worst thing in the whole entire world, but I need y'all to know, whatever you go through, just because somebody is going through something worse does not mean your story or your situation doesn't matter. Everybody's story matters, and I get that there's always somebody going through something worse, but y'all have to remember that if it's important to you, it matters. If it hurts your heart, it matters, okay? So, we moved here to San Antonio, where we are right now, and we moved here in 2013. It is 2018, and in this room right now is the first time in my entire life that I could literally tell you that I feel comfortable. My mom wanted to move again. My mom likes to move. She didn't want when she's older to have to walk up the stairs. So when I move out, she can have this room. But I'll give you all a tour soon. So if you're interested in like a full tour, know where I got everything, comment about the tour. So then I had like a cry to my mom, and I was like, Mom, look, like me and my mom are two peas in a pod. Like you will see that soon. But I was like, Mom, I need you to understand that I cannot get comfortable at this house. And it's not that I don't want to or that I don't like the house, because I love this house. But like, I'm just scared we're gonna move. Like I literally can't do anything without worrying about us moving. Like I can't organize my room, and then like I won't feel at home. No matter what I was doing, I didn't feel at home because I was like, it could be taken away from me like that. And yes, it could be taken away from us like that just right now. Like I have to humble myself. My mom could lose her job, one of her jobs or both jobs, or anything could happen. And y'all have to remember that what we have isn't ours. Like, I don't know if y'all are Christian, what y'all believe in, but God could take that away any day, or somebody could break in. You know, there could be people out there that could catch your house on fire. Whatever is on this earth is not yours. Yes, you pay for it, but it's not yours. So you have to humble yourselves. I'm working on that myself. But so I begged my mom. I was like, please let us stay. Like, I know you want to leave, but like from the bottom of my heart, like if you like believe in what I'm trying to make of myself, like, can you please let us stay? And I was like, we could remodel the house. Like, why can't we be comfortable here? And she was like, you know what? You're right. So we're going to remodel the house, but I'll tell you more about that later. So, me and my dad finally talked about stuff, and I just brought up a lot of stuff from my parents' divorce and about me as a teenager. And, I wasn't spending a lot of time with my dad, not because I didn't want to, but because there's always been a bunch of family stuff that it's really nobody's business. If you're a good friend of mine, you probably know what happens in my life. But not that I don't want to tell y'all, it's just there's stuff that you have to leave behind closed doors. But my family has always gone through a lot, so I didn't like being around everybody. And it's not that I didn't love them, because like if you know me, you know I love my family with my whole entire heart and soul and everything. I just didn't like being in reality. Like I liked being with my friends because we'd go out and have fun or go out to eat and I'd be joking. But as soon as I got home, it was like a slap in the face, because I was like, something like was telling me like, Destinee, this is it. Like, I don't know why you're running. Like, this is your life. When you go to the movies with your friends or when you go eat with your friends, that's fun and that's okay. But when you come home, I didn't like what I was coming home to, and it wasn't bad at all. Like, I love my mom so much. We have a beautiful house. I love my sister, and don't get me wrong, but what I'm trying to say is I had a lot of hate in my heart that wasn't letting me enjoy like what I was doing. Like, I just didn't like what was happening at all, and it wasn't necessarily bad. It's normal stuff that families go through, but I had all this hurt in my heart that I didn't let go. So finally I talked to my dad for like 30 minutes or like an hour, and I just explained to him about everything. And then I literally talked to everybody about how I was feeling, and Sam, Madison, Mom, Dad, Linda Lee, like everybody, Vanessa, Jesse, anybody and everybody that I talk to about this stuff, you know, like what I'm talking about. Like, I feel so much better, and I'm sorry that I took a 3-month break, but y'all have no idea how nice it is to be back, but because I'm actually genuine. When I'm sitting in front of this camera, I'm not lying to y'all. Like before, I didn't even know who I was. I felt like I was lying to everybody, and I try to watch my old videos, but I can't, because it's like I put up this face that I was like the happiest girl in the world, and that things were perfect, and that I loved who I was. And yes, I've always loved who I was, but I didn't take care of myself. Like, I've always been one to not care what people think. At the end of the day, I don't care what people think. If I cared what people think, I wouldn't put myself out there like I do. I wouldn't praise God as much as I do. If anybody knows me, you know, at the end of the day, whatever I do, it always comes back to God. I wouldn't be as faithful and crazy about God the way that I am. I used to get made fun of in 6th grade because I was a Jesus freak, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Like, that will always be who I am. And it's just like, I'm like almost disgusted at who I used to be. And I love the old Destinee, believe me, and I call her Fat Destinee. I know that's mean, but it's who I am. I like to make fun of myself. That's just, I'm hard on myself. It's a joke though. Like, I care about old Destinee, but it almost makes me sad, because I'm like, I literally faked it till I made it, but I never even made it. Like, I put up this face that I had everything together, and I cannot even tell you, like, I was in the biggest mess of my life. Right now, oh, y'all have no idea how good it feels to be here. Like, I'm not saying that y'all need to do a whole room decor thing, but find the root of what's hurting you. If you are hurting, or if you're happy, that's awesome. I love you so much. That is great. But if you're hurting, I love you just as much. And I think that you should get help. Go to therapy. Go do yoga. Go to the gym. Let that out. Listen to a song that makes you feel good. Cry it out. Talk to your mom and dad. And if your mom and dad aren't very affectionate and loving about that, then I'm so sorry. Like, that makes me sad for you, because that's not how God made it. And if you don't like that I talk about God in my videos, then I'm sorry, but this is who I am. But like, we'll get back to this, but our parents have so much hurt from when they were younger that they don't even know how to be good parents. So the reason, not good parents, but affectionate, loving parents, okay? Don't get me wrong what I'm saying. My thing is that I want to fix all the hurt in my heart and the issues that I have kept on from when I was 12 years old. That's like crazy that it's still stuck with me. But I want to touch that and reach it and just bury it and get it out of there, because I don't want to bring that stuff into my marriage. Because if I bring that into a relationship or a marriage with somebody and then have kids, it's just going to keep going on. They call it like a curse, like the generation curses and stuff. And I don't want to do that. Like, I already love my husband. I don't even know who the heck he is, or if I've met him, or who he is, what he's wearing, or if he's dating someone right now. If you're dating someone right now, girl, you better back off. I'll get him later. Anyway, but what I'm saying is, I don't want to bring hurt and just messy stuff into a relationship and hurt my kids or my husband, but because I was too selfish or scared, or there's a lot of words for it. I was too scared to figure out what was wrong with me. I was oblivious. I didn't know. I was naive. I didn't want to be better, because it was almost comforting being in that rut, in that hole that I was in. It was nice because I was just like safe. But now being out of it, I feel so much safer. Like, y'all have no idea. Like, now that I feel this much better, I feel like I'm unstoppable. And yes, if anybody can stop me, it's God. So God, chill, don't do anything crazy. But like, the goals that I had in my head, the devil was getting to me like, Destiny, you can't do this. But now, if y'all ask me my goals and what I want to do with the world, y'all will be like, this girl needs to humble herself. She needs to calm down. But because I'm so happy, like, I'm working on myself, I'm eating healthier, I'm being nicer to people. I was becoming a really bad listener, but because I had so much crap in my head that I wasn't paying attention to anything, I'm becoming a better friend, a better daughter, a better worker. I'm even better at my job. Just everything about me is just like, it's crazy how me working on that root that hurt me was my parents' divorce. And it wasn't just a divorce, but after that, it was just piling up, like relationships I had, things I had done, people I had met. It was all piling up, but because of the source, and I had talked about it at church camp, and I thought I had found the source, but I didn't give it all to God. I wasn't ready to open up, and so I wasn't preparing myself. And if you don't believe in God, you can still do this. You can still work on yourself. You can still go to yoga. Like, that's not what I'm saying, that you have to put God first. But I just want y'all to know my goal with this channel and everything. Like, I'm so happy. I can't wait to give y'all a room tour. I want to share things that I do it yourselves, tips and tricks, beauty stuff, where I go to get my facials and stuff. My girl Aida, you're so freaking good. Where I shop, how I save money, everything. Like, I'm so excited. Like, y'all have no idea. I'm so hyped. My workout routines, vlogs. Like, I'm like the busiest person ever. So I want y'all to see a day in the life of Destiny. How I raise money for the homeless, or any foundations I have, how I save and sell stuff, how I just literally everything and anything you want to see. If it's not dangerous or it doesn't, like, just ask me. If you want to see it, I'll probably post it. Makeup stuff, how I drink a ton of water, how I'm nice to people, how I think the way I think. Literally anything, tell me. How I am Destiny. How do you Destiny? If you want to see how you Destiny, then let me know. But anyway, and if you want to see more of Rosa, but I want to thank y'all so much from the rambling. I know it was crazy, and y'all are probably like, how do I watch this? But I just wanted to open up with y'all. If y'all want to hear story times, if you want to hear about my parents' divorce, or if you want to hear about relationships I've been in, what my parents do, if you want to see a video with my mom or with my dad or with my sister or with my best friends or with Rosa, a questionnaire, just one topic that I can research on. Literally anything you want to see, tell me. Like, I don't think you realize how much your feedback helps me. Like, my friend Mealy from when I was little from church wants an eyelash tutorial. So if you want to see me do an eyelash tutorial, then I'll post one. If you want to see how I do my contour and highlight, then I'll post it. My favorite highlighters. Just literally anything. I want y'all to know that I'm here. I'm back. I'm going to try and post as much as I can. I want to post a New Year's resolution video for 2018. And I'm just ready. I don't think y'all are ready. Like, I want merch. It's going to be good. But at the end of the day, I want y'all to know that I'm not doing this for myself. This is for God and to further his kingdom, to show y'all that you could be Christian and you can be fun and you can just have a good time. So I love y'all so much and thank you for watching. So stay tuned. Subscribe. There's a giveaway once I reach, I think it's 150 or 200 subscribers. I will do a giveaway with makeup, depending on what y'all want. It could be like makeup, food, anything. But I need y'all to give me feedback. I love y'all so much, and thank you for watching. See you later.